my god, it's Simba! He is funny! Notice me! Well, hello everyone, this is the Jam channel, and I think I've just trolled my audience at this moment. And I think a lot of the new viewers will be confused as oh buggery why what happened to my senpai voice. Well, notice me senpai voice. Now you may be wondering why have I used my notice me senpai voice to bring you all here. Well, that is very simple. I first of all want to do a face review. As you can see, this is who I am. And second of all, I thought we could do a rant video because apparently it's a thing and I always wanted to try it out. So I might as well start off with something simple and just talk about my gaming set. I'm going to make a confession. I personally do not care for the ultimate gaming setup. I mean, I know some people do, but to me, nah, I'm not that bothered. As long as I have a good computer, a good desk, a good monitor, the jam cooler that has my jam, that gives me extra energy for those late night gaming with diagnosis, I am perfectly happy. But to me, a gaming set is more for when you want some more comfort or when you want to swing around and go wee. Let's face it, we've all done it. I've done it many times and I still do it today. What do you think I was doing before recording this? But in the past year I've had this set, yes, I've had this since last September. Me and this set have become mortal enemies. I want to make one thing clear. We are not mortal enemies in the sense of I just hate this thing. I mean, I eye that thing whenever I walk by. I give it the evil glare, and it evil glares me back. I know it does, and you cannot tell me anything different. Also, maybe it doesn't help that I put googly eyes on it, so I could stare at it. But that's a different story. Anyway, so I will mention first of all that this was a Christmas present. So of course I am very happy that I got this, and I am very thankful for the person who gave it to me. I am not saying names because obvious reasons. But anyway, I might as well start at the beginning. Last August of last year. So yeah, last August. Now I want to make one thing clear. First of all, I had to order the bloody thing. And trust me, ordering a gaming set is a lot more tricky than you think it would be. Okay, so the reason why I had to order it is because basically the person just likes to make things simple and gives me the money and says, here, order what you like within this price range. Which, you know, fair enough. I looked around. Gaming companies apparently have weird thing where they can't just say what the set's good for. They have to use this fancy language like ultimate setup or something like that. I don't know. So anyway, I worked around and I got the set. Now, of course, an idiot like me, I didn't think like, oh, I could go onto Google and find out the best sets for a beginner. No, it's too simple. I just had to pick a set that I like the look of. And of course, some game companies also decide measurements is not an important thing. It does not matter how big the set is. So if you tend to be a bit taller than a normal person like me, and you can't tell because I am literally a jam jar, but I am quite tall. So unfortunately, that plays in later. So yeah, the box came, and I thought Parcel Force sent me dead bodies again. I mean, you'd be surprised how many times I get stuff in the post that I swear I did not order. Unless it was Drunk Me again. He is always a bit on the weird side. But anyway. So the box came, and here's the best part. I'm going to be honest. I am just the stereotypical guy in this sense. But I want to build this thing just to make sure I get my money's worth. I want to test it out and all that stuff. But I'm told, no. You cannot trust this box where it has your Christmas present. It needs to be a surprise for Christmas. I ordered this thing. I know what it looks like. And it still has to be a surprise. So it was put in the corner of my room. Of course, I had to lug it upstairs. And put in the corner of the room. And it just stayed there for the following months. Just teasing me and just being like, oh, you want me, but you can't have me. And I'm just like, I am just going to enjoy ripping you apart and sitting on you. Okay, so I should mention first something as well before I continue with the story. I did not have a gaming set before this one. I actually had to use the kitchen table chair, and that meant that I had to sit on stiff wood that is totally not meant to be sitting on for more than half an hour, and I can't even be distracted by tasty food. I have to sit on this hardwood, game with the guys, my sweet jam backside gets stuffed as a board, and then after all this, I still have to bring it up and down the stairs, And for a clumsy jam like me, that is dangerous. I thought I would fall eventually. In fact, I was banking on it after a while, so I could get some insurance from it, maybe. But no, I survived, and then eventually, after 3 months, Christmas Day, I got to open it. So, it's Christmas Day. We opened the presents. I didn't open the gaming set. That was going to be later. That was going to be my later project. We had Christmas dinner, which was a lovely dinner, and of course, there's occasional threatening of anyone who touches my food will lose a finger because no one touches my food. And finally, when I was alone, I got to open my share, and it was hell. Okay, so I should explain something at this moment. It was like a dramatic person breaking into your house. Yes, they broke into your house. They're waving around, acting all dramatic, shaking their ass in the air, going like, oh, I had a horrible day at work. Don't ask me about it. And you're just horrified and, you're trying to ignore it, and then eventually you break down and ask. And instead of them giving you a crystal clear detail, they're just like, oh, you wouldn't understand, I just have a hard life. Or they give some vague detail. And we all know that person who does it. Well, that was my experience with this gaming chair when I was trying to build it. In order to show you guys what I actually mean by this, I am going to take you away from looking at this jam as mine and just basically show you a real world picture. Yep, it had no words, just pictures and 1, 2, 3 and all those steps. Wow, you sure you don't want to film me with any more instruction? You think that's enough for me? You think you could cut it back a little? No, you obviously filmed me with every freaking instruction I needed. These pictures were so small I couldn't understand some of this stuff. And I know people would say, oh, you could just figure it out. No, it was my first gaming set. I was pretty new to this. And you know what the best part is? I'm hiding some of the details so they don't obviously get harassed. Then I realized something the other day. What are they going to do about it? Are they going to send me a cease and desist letter? Well, I have one problem with that. They obviously can't frickin' write a word. They seem to be against the human language of words. I mean, wow, if they do send me a cease and desist letter, it's probably just going to be a big picture of a finger going, no, no, no. I felt like I was in preschool again. I felt like I was getting one of those dumb books that would just be full of pictures and you just had to figure out some stuff. But no, at least the preschools are more informed than this leaflet. In fact, I know it's instructions, but I'm calling it a leaflet. Because I actually have found leaflets with more information than this. And you know what the best part of it was? I spent an hour on this. It took me an hour. I'm usually good at this, but nope, an hour. And during that time, I went through depression, enlightenment, hunger for more jam. I went through suicidal thoughts. I actually thought murder would be a good part of it. But nope, I did it. So yeah, I guess this is a part of the story now where I be like, oh, but there's a positive, because there is always going to be a positive. Well, no, it got worse. Because then, I found out a few more quirks about the share. Like, okay, so you got an Allen key with this share. Yeah, by the way, companies, whatever happened to screwdrivers and screws? Seriously, screwdrivers. I don't care what anyone says. Allen keys are the worst. And a screwdriver's like £2. Break out, it's fine. I think most households should actually have a toolbox, but that's a different story. So yeah, the problem is with these arms of the set is it's connected from the side of the chair to the bottom side of the seat. So that sounds right in theory. That sounds okay. But then what happens if the screw comes loose? Then when you're leaning on it while you're just gaming, you fall off to the side because the arm comes loose. And then you have to get the Allen key, re-tighten it. And of course, it doesn't tighten fully because it's an Allen key. It's more painful than using, I don't know, maybe a screwdriver. That's saying, the thing that people seem to hate more than anything. And of course, there was another problem where, okay, I admit, this is not a problem with the share, but it's still annoying, so I'm going to mention it. Well, the way my room's designed, I did not find this out until later, but apparently there's a few floorboards that are a bit lower than every other floorboard. And wouldn't you know it, it's so convenient that one of the floorboards is right underneath where my set usually rests. So that means when I pull it out, or if I have to yank out quickly because I am being summoned, or, the mafia is after me again, possibilities. Well, guess what? It means that if I don't yank out with enough strength, I am stuck. I get caught in it. And that can be quite bad when you ever just get yelled and you forget yourself and then suddenly you caught yourself and you're just sitting there wondering what on earth is happening. And yes, by the way, Why is it every time I send this set, people seem to know I am happy and relaxed and then decide to call me? Seriously, it's like a gift. Why does everyone seem to know? I have never gotten so many calls for interviews as soon as I start sitting in this chair. So yeah, if anyone's wondering why I didn't get a refund, or try to get a refund, well, obviously, Christmas present, I am not that much of a douche. And also, basically, you know eBay, it has this fun system where after a while I can't claim a refund. And yeah, I don't trust these buggers to take back the share. In fact, I couldn't even take part of the share. I tried and it was too stuck. So I was like, nope, I'm just living with this now. It's my sin. You know what the worst part of this all is? And you're not going to believe me. I actually once put together IKEA furniture. The kings of bad design, apparently. And you know what? It was less painful than this. I actually enjoyed it. And there'll be a different rant about that one later. But for now, this I am done with it. It's been a year. We are still mortal enemies. We still give us the death glare. But you know what? We have somehow made, I guess you could call it a treaty or something. Like, I promise not to throw it in the wood chipper if it promises not to anger me too much. But I will say, I don't want to sound ungrateful. I really do appreciate that I was given this share. That it was actually a Christmas present. Because, you know, I do appreciate this stuff. And it is a very comfortable share. It's just, you know, when you have these little moments, it's like, I'm gonna kill it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this rant video. And please tell me if you want more. I would actually gladly do more. This was actually a lot more fun than I realized. And, yeah, have a good day. And please, comment below. And, by the way, and I'm gonna go now and eat a jar of jam because I need to calm down. Have a lovely day, everyone. May the jam be with you.